Cool. So in this video, we'll try to install npm and Node in the Mac. So this is the brand new Mac that I have. I'm going to install Node and npm. Let's see how to do it. First, launch the terminal and just do a quick Google search of how to install Node. So one option is obviously to download the Google Chrome binary from the official website. Let's try to find some options where it is more from the command line and it's easier to get updates and stuff. So let's just quickly try brew install node. Brew itself is not found. Let's first install brew. Brew is a package manager for Mac OS. It's like extremely important to have brew installed in your Mac because more often than not you'll find most of the libraries getting installed from brew itself. So it's basically a script like this line of code. It is fetching this particular file, which is again a script, and this basically says that execute this script. That's what it says. So anyways, I've copied that. Let me just run it. Ask for my password. So now it's saying that it's trying to download some command line tool for Xcode. I'm a little doubtful as to why it needs Xcode here, but I guess it has something to do with command line version of Xcode and not really the Xcode. Uh, so by the time it is downloading the files, let's just see what else we need to do after that. So hopefully there should be some command like to install node, and that should do the job. So again, I guess this blog describes it pretty well. So it says that first you have to install homebrew, which is nothing but brew, and once you have it, you have to make sure that it is updated by doing brew update. Then it says that you should also do brew doctor to make sure your system is ready to brew. That sounds funny. And after that, you have to like update some bash, your bash rc file or JSH rc file. So basically, if you're not aware of what's the difference between bash and JSH, they are just two ways of maintaining your command line and terminal. So anyways, once you do this, it basically says that append this particular path in your original path. So your path becomes what it was earlier along with this. So whenever you type one particular command, it would search for the relevant files in you know in the set of paths that we have added here. So let's say I add user slash local slash bin. So if I have, let's say, Python in this particular folder, and you in the command prompt, if you just simply type Python, it would search in this folder. So if you add, like, let's say 10 set of paths in append 10 set of path in this path variable, then again if you type Python, it would search in all those 10 paths. So it's really handy to add or your path and maintain it like this. So it looks like it's done. So the next step is brew update as shown in the blog. We'll do that, and once we update the path, we need to do brew install node, and that should do the job for us. Cool. So it says that's already updated, which is great. Now let's just do brew doctor. That's not needed anyways, but anyways, let's just try that. Brew doctor. The system is ready to brew. That's awesome. So it's some sort of check. So let's just do an update our bash profile file. And let me just do bash rc. So let me just do it in bash profile itself. I need to simply add this one. So I'm using nano for the rating. Let me source the file so that so most of the times when you update bash files or ZSHRC files, it doesn't really update for that particular terminal session, so you have to source it first. Anyways, now let's just do this. Brew install node. So once node is installed, it should also install. You should be able to check if it is installed or not by just typing node, or you can do node -v, which should tell you the version of node that is installed on your device. And npm is node package manager, so you can install all the packages that are built around node or for node using npm. And nvm is node version manager. So since node is a framework which is being developed by the community and updated quite frequently, so you would often find that node versions are getting updated. So what happens is that let's say you're building one particular app using, let's say, node version 10, and then suddenly node version 11 came up, and and you update your node version and suddenly things started breaking, so you would want to downgrade it again. So in this case it is still fine, but what happens if you have two projects? One is kind of maintained using node version 10 and one is maintained using node version 11. In that case you need some sort of way in which you can have two nodes installed. So that's something you can do with nvm. So anyway, it looks like node is installed. Let's just see. So when you install node, it also installs npm along with it. So both of these are installed, that we can see here. But if you type nvm, it won't be installed. So let's also try to install nvm because useful stuff. Simply search install nvm. Again, it recommends some sort of script to do it. I simply copied it over. I should be able to. Okay, cool. So there are a few things that we need to do. Close and reopen your terminal to start using nvm, or run the following to use it now, which is like you have to do some stuff. So it's kind of declaring a variable which is nvm directory, which is pointing to the right file, and after that it's uh, executing some other stuff. But it says that if you simply reopen your terminal, it should work. So let me just open a new terminal, and there you go. So nvm is also installed. So if we go back and open the bash profile, the nvm should have been added already. So it is already added here. That means that the installation was successful and node is already installed. So with nvm you can maintain different node versions. So let me try to show that as well. So it says that you can install nvm, install node, and then you can use different version. So let me just quickly do it. Right now the version of node is 13.0. What if I install nvm install, let's say node version 9 or something. I'm not really sure about the format here. So let's say 9.0. Cool. So it looks like that was the right format. So it is trying to install node version 9.0.0. Now it says that the default is 9.0. Now if I do node minus v, it says that it is 9.0. And remember, this is not the node that was installed using the script that we copied, right? So it's not that one. It's actually the new node that we installed using nvm, and it is version managed. Now let's install another version of node, which is, let's say, 11.0. Now if you do node minus v, it says that it is 11.0. And if you want to switch to the earlier version of node, which was 9, you can always do nvm use 9. Now it says that it switched to 9.0. Not sure if you can see the font. I should have increased the font earlier itself. Anyways, from the next time I can do that. So yeah, so that was the total flow. So nvm is extremely important for managing different versions of node, and this is the way you can install all of that. I hope this video helps. Thank you.